Okay, so now that it's shipping time, I got the hair up because this is a workout. So, shipping tip, the first one I want to cover with you is this camera. Okay, so I just sold a Pentax K1000 camera in a bag. All right, nothing fancy about the bag. I wrapped the camera inside the bag and put it in a box, okay? So it's wrapped, it's packed well. It's kind of heavy. It's just over 7 pounds. We are at 7 pounds, 4 ounces, 3.5, you round up. So 7 pounds, 4 ounces, okay? Even though in my listing it said this was going priority mail. That wasn't the buyer's choice to choose priority mail. It's not like they had a drop down that said, okay, I prefer priority over FedEx. That's just what I put in standard across the board for all of my shipping. I just say I'm shipping it priority mail because that's just what I do. That is the standard. If it's a big item, I'll add a second option of FedEx ground or of USPS ground if it's like a really big item. But my average items, they're all listed as priority mail is how I'm going to ship it. But there are times, many times, that priority is way too high. So this particular camera would have cost $32 to ship this item. $32 via USPS priority. I can go, so it says in here that they want this item, or they expect this item by, expect this item by Saturday, June 3rd. That's when they expect it. So that's the promise that I need to give them, is that it's going to be there by the 3rd. So it gives you kind of a range that FedEx or that USPS says by June 3rd. I can ship this item FedEx today for half the cost. It's also going to get there in half the time. It's going to be there by June 1st instead of June 3rd. It's going FedEx today. I don't have to message the buyer and say, oh, I'm upgrading your shipping to 2-day shipping. It doesn't matter which service you send it to them as long as they're getting it by the date that they expect it. That is my rule. I don't know if that's an eBay rule or a nationwide rule, but if they're going to get it on time, they're going to be a happy customer. And I have changed delivery services from USPS to UPS to FedEx based on the fastest or cheapest route. I have never, ever got a complaint about an item going by the wrong carrier. All of my feedback is that items are going super fast. They got it faster than they expected. Thank you for quick shipping. They're all raves. No one said, oh, I wanted priority and you sent it FedEx. Or you sent it FedEx, or I wanted FedEx and you sent it priority. No one's given a poop about how they received their item as long as they received their item. All right, so I am going to save $15 by sending this guy FedEx. I got my FedEx label on there, slap a thank you sticker, and she's ready to go. All right, here's another shipping tip for you. I absolutely love these USPS shoe boxes. These ones, you do need to ship it by USPS because the box is labeled USPS priority. This one will get shipped that route. I have been known on my golf clubs. All right, you didn't hear it from me. On my golf clubs, USPS sells a tube mailer. I have been known to use a tube mailer to send it with FedEx or UPS. Sometimes they're just the cheapest and it's already packaged up. So that's the one I use. But 99% of the time, if it's a priority mail box, I'm sending it priority mail. They're supposed to. These boxes are paid for by the post office. But I give the post office a lot of stinking money. So occasionally, if I had to use a box labeled for the post office and it wasn't post office, I don't feel too bad. But this guy will go postal. But keep an eye on, or just always keep stock on these shoe boxes. They're actually called shoebox. And it's a 7 by 5 by 14 box. And you can find them on USPS.com. Are you using the right tape gun for the job? I highly, highly recommend Uline Tape Dispenser. I'm not sponsored by them. I do not get any commissions by them. I mean, if you're watching this and you want to sponsor it, I love your tape dispenser. But I ordered this Uline and it was life-changing. I think I put them away. I have like 4 other tape dispensers and they're all awful. They don't cut. They don't roll. They're just awful tape guns. So this one couldn't be any easier than that. Invest in a good tape gun. All right, friends, I want to make sure that I was clear on when I'm choosing a different shipping service for my items. So this one here, these are some headphones, and it was about $3 cheaper to go UPS ground. I'm not going to choose that because this is going all the way from Arizona to, I think it was like Michigan or Maine. What's MI? MI, is that Michigan? Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Geography, not my best suit. Okay, so because UPS ground is going to take that much longer, it's not like it's going to California or New Mexico. This is going to the other end. I'm not going to save the $3 for them to get it slower. I would save the $3 if it means they're going to get it faster. So I just wanted to throw that in here real quick, that just because it is a cheaper service, if it's a slower service, I'm not going to change it. They're going to get a priority mail because it's going to go faster at what they expect. So that expected date is very important. If UPS ground says it's going to take an extra 3 days to get there, make sure you're not choosing that option. It's not about saving money. It's about keeping the customers happy. Okay, another shipping tip for you. This item here, I just put it in a poly mailer, but it is a portable car seat, a booster seat, and the person buying it was in Canada. So they messaged me that the shipping rate through the global shipping program was just ridiculous. It was way too much. So is there any way to get cheaper shipping? So because it's only going to Canada, I went in, and it's also small. You can choose international priority mail up to, yeah, this one is actually international standard delivery up to 66 pounds. So I was able to choose the USPS. I wanted to say it was international priority, and then the system changed it to this international standard delivery. But either way, it was cheaper for him. He actually paid $40 to ship it, and eBay gave a discount to me, making it only $20 to ship it. So the lesson is, don't be afraid to use international shipping outside of the global shipping program when it's an easy shipment like this, just to Canada, down to Mexico, to countries that are a lot easier to ship to. There are some countries outside of that that I would not ship to, because there's some that have a lot of fraud. Even global shipping won't go to it. I don't remember what countries they are, and I don't want to spew any out to be incorrect. But there are a list of countries that eBay won't even ship to because of the amount of fraud over there. But Canada, I feel 100% shipping this over to Canada through the international standard delivery on eBay. So it's going to print out kind of like a customs form, and I just put a regular label on it and take it to the to USPS or to my postal drop point. But don't be afraid of using international shipping. Okay, so a couple changes to that. This is new to me. So it actually is going to Illinois, which is now the new drop point of international shipping. So I thought that was kind of weird. I thought this was going to go directly to the buyer with that option, but it's not. It's going through international delivery. Ascendia is the name of. It says Ascendia. I don't know what that is, but all right, they're changing stuff on us all the time. But either way, don't be afraid to ship international because you could be missing out on a lot of profits if you only want to stay statewide. Gracious. All right. Okay, next shipping tip. I talked about the shoebox. I love this box. It's super versatile. You can also use it where you kind of Frankenbox. I've got this item. It's going to fit perfectly in here, but I'm going to need 2 of them. So I'll take another one and just cut it in half. Bonus shipping tip, electric scissors. My new BFF. All right, so I've got my half box here. All right, so we've got them taped together. Make sure you tape the seam really well. And now 2 of those shoe boxes made the perfect box for that ship. Okay, so next shipping tip is going to be your basic iron. These are the easiest ones to ship because they do fit inside the USPS tube mailer without having to Frankenbox. So for golf clubs, single clubs, I want to protect the head. Make sure it doesn't get dented or scratched any more than it already is. So I do bubble wrap the top. Then when I put it in here, I want to put some paper around the handle. Just to keep it from bouncing around in there. Alright, and as I said, that's the easiest one because it fits perfectly into this box. So let's head over to the computer and see which shipping option and how much priority is for this club. £1 7 ounce. And it should be 36 inches, I think. Let's just double check. 38. And 5 by 5. Okay, so priority mail, this guy is $27.78. I can go FedEx 2-day for $22, or with the same delivery time, I can go UPS for $11.88. So $27 priority or UPS for $11. I'm going to use UPS. So again, you didn't hear it from me, but there are times I'm going to use their box and it's going to go cheaper a different route. So when I do this, the marker's handy. No one will suspect a thing. Cross that, cross that. U P S. U P S. It was a shipping difference time-wise of 1 day, but UPS is usually quicker than that. That's just their estimate. So, yes, come at me in the comments. I do this occasionally. 99% of my items, when I'm using a USPS box, it's going to go USPS. But yes, these boxes are super handy and very helpful for single golf clubs. The big golf clubs here, the one that I have, that 4-pack, also this tailor-made one, I'm going to have to use a regular box. So, no, I don't always steal from the post office and use their free supplies. I do have some of these boxes that'll ship the bigger clubs. But in a pinch, I can't be the only one that does this. All right, let's get those big clubs packed and ready to go as well. Okay, so I also, pro tip for shipping, put a zip tie around your clubs to keep them together. I didn't used to do that. I used to just kind of throw them all in a corner and I'll find them later. Zip ties saved our life. I learned this tip actually from my shoe dealer because he was zip tying his boots together. Like, that's genius. That way they're not getting mixed up, they're not getting split up, and you're not spending an hour finding its pair. Same thing with golf clubs. Invest in a dollar store bag of zip ties to keep your clubs together. So, pro tip there. Okay. So, same thing I did on that last club. I'm going to take a minute and wrap the head of each one of these clubs. These are in very good condition. I want to make sure they get there in that one piece. And I think everyone should fit in this box. If you don't recycle your boxes, you need to. So this was a box I got from some family member who saves boxes for me, and it is the perfect size for golf clubs. I'm going to drop in a wad of paper just to protect as these go down there. Okay. Big one on the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Make sure the head covers.
Oh, good job. That's actually good padding. Okay, so I'm gonna stuff again some paper in here just to protect these handles. Keep them from bouncing around. Alright. We got a little bulge on the top, but otherwise, it's a good fit. And that, my friends, is how I pack a set of golf clubs. You can buy boxes like this on eBay. This one is... How big is this guy? He's a 45 8x8. So let's see how much he's going to be to ship. There's 411. All right, so we got these all boxed up. I have it weighed. I have it measured. We are at 4 pounds, 11 ounces, 45 inches by 7 by 7. So I put that in here, and priority mail, $60 to send this priority mail. The buyer did pay for shipping, but they paid $48 to get it all the way to New York. $45 was not going to cover this kind of set. So, UPS is only $24. So, this bad boy, it's not labeled, you have a priority or anything. It's just a naked box. I'll remove this old label. But $25 for these to go to all the way to New York. So, definitely look at other shipping options. Just because the buyer selected priority, that doesn't mean they really selected it. You selected it for them because that was your initial intent. But there's nothing saying you can't ship in another service. And I've never had complaints for doing so. All right, so I think, yeah, I mean, I'm going to do the same thing for the other driver. This guy, I've got 2 boxes this width, and then they're about half the size. I'm going to chop it together and Frankenbox so that it's big enough for this tailor-made. But otherwise, I hope those were some good shipping tips for you. And if you like this type of content, or if you have any feedback or anything that you'd like me to add in the next video, I appreciate the comments telling me what you want to see and any questions that you have, because I want to bring you stuff that you actually want to watch. And if it's shipping videos, if it's sourcing videos, if it's packing videos, whatever kind of videos, I like that feedback. So let me know if this is something that you like to watch, if you want more like it, if there's other type of tips that you want to hear. I am at your service. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.